What's up, guys? We're here with the brand new 21 EC300 GasGas Enduro bike. I'm gonna do a little bike check for you today. I won't turn my back on you. So as you could see, we have a complete new bike. Like, everything is new, everything is changed and better. Starting off with the seat cover, it's a little flatter than the older one, but super grippy. The feel is really nice. I like that a lot. I would like to start at the front and then just work our way through the back, and then we'll see. So first of all, we have the neck and handlebar now with the ODI grips. They're super cool because you can just screw them on there and don't have to glue them anymore. Then we have the electric start here, and what's really new is we have BrakeTech master cylinders for the clutch and the brake. So it's the complete front brake is BrakeTech, so that's new, but I'm used to it from the trials bikes where we used them for many years now. That's working perfectly fine. What's really important about the clutch is the pressure point is steady, and it just feels the same every time, which is super cool for the technical riding, which I do. Like, you saw it on the rear wheel hops or the back wheel hops and that kind of stuff, so that's really important for that. Then we have the front brake. It's a 260 millimeter disc in the front, and the rear we also have the BrakeTech brake system, and we have a 220 millimeter disc, I think. We also have a complete new suspension setup on the bike. Now it's WP. It's the 48 millimeter Explorer kit in the front. Super nice fork, feels super progressive, and I didn't adjust anything yet. I just kept the stock setting and did all the riding, everything you saw in the video was on a completely stock bike. We didn't change anything, which is impressive, I think, because I could do all the technical stuff, even the double techniques or the rear wheel hops, but also on the faster stuff when we rode on the motocross track, it was really stable and soaking up all the bumps. So that was really good. And one thing, the triple clamps, they are power parts, so they're not standard on the bike. Also here, these straps in the front and on the back, they are not standard on the bike. So is the silencer, the Krapovic slip-on silencer. I just thought it looks super cool, and I just love the sound of it, so that's why I have that. Then moving on to the frame, we still have a steel frame, but it's completely worked over, and there's a lot of hours of engineering went in there, and it just feels super ergonomic. So I just like the feel of it. The first day I was standing on the bike, I felt right at home. They really achieved that. So frame is awesome, and I really like the feel of steel frames because they flex, and it tends to be better for enduro riding versus an aluminium frame, which is super stiff and might not be suitable for that kind of riding. But we do have aluminium on the bike, and it's the subframe, the rear part of the frame. Then we come to one of the most important parts of the bike, the rear shock. It's the WP Exact. I am not sure how you pronounce that, but it's the WP Exact rear shock with the linkage system. Works super well. Like I said, I didn't adjust anything. I just rode it like that, and it worked perfectly fine for me. We do have 300 millimeters of suspension travel in the back. I think it's the same in the front, but I'm not sure. But I really love the progressiveness of the system in the rear, because it's just gives you a good combination of like fast riding stability, but also of the progressiveness for like the more technical stuff. So that's really nice to have. And if all hell comes loose and everything goes wrong and you overshoot or whatever, you have the hydro stop in the rear shock. So that's the hydraulic, how do you call that, end stop or whatever. So it's not going metal on metal or full bottoming out. So that's for that. Then we come to the engine. This one is the 300, like I said, 300cc 2-stroke model. We have a 6-gear We have a 6-speed gearbox, and the biggest change I think is the TPI, the fuel injection system. Definitely a big factor for everything. Like, you don't have to pre-mix your fuel anymore. You have an 8.5 liter fuel tank here, and you have an extra reservoir for the 2-stroke oil. It's, I think, 700 milliliters. So that should last for 5 or 6 fuel loads on the big tank. And you have a little light here that indicates when you're running low on the oil. So that's pretty cool. So you can refill in time. Another advantage of the TPI is definitely you don't have to jet your bike anymore. So jetting is not an issue anymore. So you can run in the mountains or down on sea level, and your bike will just run fine and always be crisp. So that's super nice on those bikes. Like, it's always crispy from down low, and it won't get too rich and like throw out all the white smoke and stuff. So that's reduced by like a big margin on the TPI bikes, just because the mixture is set to like the riding situation. So if you go wide open, it will put more oil in and put it richer. Then you're just cruising around and riding slowly. Then the engine wouldn't need all that oil, and it would just burn and smoke up. So that's really the advantage of TPI. I think the average oil to fuel ratio is 1:80. Then let's talk about the clutch. Like I said, we're coming from the Bragtech master cylinder on top. And we have a new system down here. It's the DDS system. I'm not sure, I've never opened it, so I'm not sure how it looks like. But I heard it's kind of the same than the trials bike. It's not like the normal coil springs. It has like the Tellerfeder in Deutsch, in German. That's it about the engine. And now let's talk about the silver rims. I really love them. I think it gives the bike kind of an old school look to it. And yeah, there's like people out there, they're like, oh no, you should have put black wheels on there. It looks way cooler. I think it looks cool too, but I love it like that because all the bikes are now on black rims, and it kind of simulates or states like, oh, we're different, we're new, and let's do something cool. So I really love the silver rims, and also the CNC hubs. That looks really clean. And the bike comes standard with the Max Enduro medium tires. And yeah, so that's about it. So that was the little bike check with all the details, and that it works in theory, you'll all know that, but now we can show you that it works practically as well. Unfortunately, we're in Germany and weather just got really bad, and it's cold and wet and windy, but we do have footage from the shooting we had on exactly this bike. We will just show you all the clips now. They might be vertical filmed or in some different formats, but who cares? It's about the riding and the bike and having the fun. So check it out. See you next time.